This week we're going to highlight the latest nationwide crop condition ratings for corn, as well as crop progress. We're also going to take a look at the latest short-term weather forecast as harvest begins in many areas. We're going to wrap things up looking at some ongoing concern about weak export demand for U.S. corn. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the corn market. We've moved into September now, and of course that means it's time to start harvest in many areas. We're going to start out this week, however, looking at the latest crop condition ratings from the USDA. Now, the USDA came out here this week and pegged crop conditions good to excellent at 53% for corn. That's down 3 points from last week, but it's also down 1 percentage point from last year. The most significant declines this week were seen in Illinois and South Dakota, down 10% relative to last week in terms of good to excellent. Let's now look at our aggregate crop condition index here. It's now right in line with last year following 3 consecutive weeks of declines. And of course it's well below each of these years since 2016. Let's now take a look at crop maturity. In this case, as of September 3rd, U.S. corn mature was at 18% nationwide. On average, it increases approximately 28% over the next 2 weeks. So pending weather, we're looking at somewhere in that range of 45 to 50% corn mature nationwide by September 17th. Speaking of weather, let's take a look at the short-term weather trends as harvest begins in some areas. Our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-storm weather. We're starting out here looking at a much different temperature trend. Over the next 10 days, all that entire area in the light blue is forecast to be slightly cooler than normal. That's quite a contrast to the heat wave we've seen recently. Now looking at rainfall, we're starting here on September 9th, which is Saturday, and extending into September 13th, next Wednesday. Heaviest rain out there in the west, from 3/4 to 1.5 inches, primarily in that hard red winter wheat areas, Kansas, parts of Oklahoma. There is, of course, quite a bit of corn, of course, out there in Nebraska as well as Kansas in that region. Now we're looking at the temperature precip over the next 7 days, quite dry with the exception of that western belt in terms of Kansas, looking at about 1 inch of rain over that time period. Let's extend our precip forecast over the next 2 weeks. Now we're looking here at the 14-day precip forecast, quite a bit of red on that map there. Of course, that's very dry to intensely dry, which would be good for early harvest here in most areas, with the exception again being out there in western Nebraska as well as western Kansas. Let's turn our attention to demand now. Let's focus on the unshipped sales of corn exports as we start the new crop year on September 1st. We've highlighted this before, but it bears repeating that we're looking at a 4-year low here in terms of the unshipped export book as we start the new crop year. So we don't have that pull from the export market, particularly that we had 2 years ago, but it's even notably below where it was last year. Let's wrap things up this week looking at long-term trends in December corn futures. Now December corn, as we tape here on Wednesday, is trading at $4.90 a bushel. It's chopped around quite a bit here. We strongly encourage you to continue to defend your balance sheet while working closely with your trusted risk management advisor. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss an upload. And next week on September 12th, Tuesday, September 12th, we're going to have a live YouTube update following the release of the monthly supply demand report from the USDA. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.